everybody, welcome, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome. Hola a todo el mundo, bienvenidos. Espero que estén teniendo un buen día. Hello, how are you doing? Welcome back to Today We Finish This for real. I promise this time we're not messing around. We have everything practically finished. There is no way that I can't finish it today. How are you doing? Welcome. Wait. Logan, welcome and hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome. Alex, welcome and hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome. Nimby, welcome and hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome. Hoppus, welcome and hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome. Leo, welcome and hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome. Ranker, welcome and hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome. Why does she finish first? This art of oh my god, I can't speak today. Mind you, today as I was waking up, I had like one of those, you know, when you have like a moment where you're kind of half awake, half asleep, and you sort of like feel yourself falling, and you suddenly have like a big shake. I had one of those, and I bit my tongue horribly. So this is like the first time in the day that I try to properly speak, and I'm realizing that it's harder than normal, but I'm not gonna let that stop me, because if it stops me today, then it has to stop me tomorrow, and tomorrow is Silksong, so we're not letting that stop me. But if I sound weird, I'm sorry. What does she finish first? This art or Indivisible? Obviously this art, because it's happening for real. Definitely today, for real. Yes, we are actually finishing it, I promise. Where did I stop? Vorator, welcome and hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome. Rexy, welcome and hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome. I think that's everyone. I think that is everyone. And with that, she has sealed her fate. You don't know what you're talking about. Ready for another just starting stream with a tiny bit of art. Yep. And here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Today I have decided I want to take it easy. And by easy, I mean I want to not stress about the speed of the art, because it is already a lot faster than it used to be. Like, I'm already drawing faster than I used to be. And by stressing myself over wanting to be even faster, I'm never gonna actually be faster. So it doesn't matter. I just wanna have a better time drawing, I guess is what I mean to say. Nako-10, welcome and hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome. Looks pretty good. Have you been working on it off stream, or am I just remembering a rougher version? You're remembering the rougher version, which is the one that is on the thumbnail. This is exactly as it was last stream. I haven't touched it since, except for pasting a reference of the butterfly, and I was about to fix the lines on the stockings, because I decided to change the thickness of the black and white lines. So that's what I'm gonna start off with today. Then we're gonna move on to the wings, because last time you guys voted butterfly pattern. So we're gonna make that little butterfly pattern on the wings. And then after that, we're gonna go into colors, because the lines are quite cleaned. We spent last time cleaning up lines. They're not perfect, but it's clean enough. So we're gonna go into coloring after we do the wings. And we have to change the constellations to make sure we have the Ursa Major in here, which I'm gonna change this thing into the Ursa Major. Maybe we're gonna see. You can't speak today because you're channeling all the energy to drawing, so you finish. Honestly, I could have said that, but I would have been lying. The truth is, today I feel really weird. My tongue feels really weird because I bit myself very, very badly at the very beginning of the day. Ouch! Damn, not a good day to be Ellie, huh? The tongue, the gacha, everything is going wrong today. She watched too much anime and tried to break the illusion by biting her tongue. Who would do that? It hurt. The only difference is that now the Ubu talk isn't done on purpose mostly. Genuinely, if I sound like Ubu talk, I apologize, but it's just my tongue is difficult to move today. Good evening, Nako-chan. I hope you're doing good. You shouldn't be stressing. This is supposed to be fun. This is gonna sound sad maybe, but I don't remember the last time that I felt that drawing was fun. That's the thing about trying to make something at a professional level with anything you actually like. Is like, the more serious you want to take it, the less it feels like it's for you and for fun. Which is one of the big elements of burnout, obviously, right? Like, a lot of artists end up feeling burnout eventually because of losing touch with their enjoyment of the craft. But it's also like just what happens when it's your job. I will never forget this one. Is this the same fucking layer? Oh, that's the same fucking layer. That's not great. I will never forget one of my professors. He was like one of the best artists I ever rubbed elbows with. He was such a good artist. Worked on several like actual movies that I in my country at least were on the cinema theaters, and I'll never forget, he told us that one question that he tends to get, or he tended to get in interviews was, so what do you do when you're not feeling inspired and motivated? Like, what do you do when you don't feel like drawing? And his answer is always, what do you do when you don't feel like accounting or asking people questions in an interview? What do you do when you don't feel like doing your job? You fucking do it anyways because it's your job. Right? And that was like such an eye-opening moment of like, right, people who don't do art for their work, they do it for like love and passion, because that's really the beginning of art. Always, it just gives you happiness, it just gives you passion. But the moment it actually turns into like the thing you have to do, it just turns into the same kind of feeling, you know? Then don't take it seriously, do it like me, and as long as the drawing is understandable, it's fine. I really wish I could take it any other way, but my brain, my expectations for myself, like, it just doesn't work that way. I need to be putting my 115,000% on every piece of art that I try to do. And I wish I knew how to solve it, but I don't. I do not. So anyways, that's the stockings fixed. We're gonna do the wings now. No, actually, I'm gonna do the stars first. Where are the stars? Where are the stars? Please don't... Okay. It's here. All right, so, the stars. We have the reference for Ursa Major somewhere. Here. Okay. So, what I'm gonna do is, I'm not going to try. I'm going to do a little something like this. Boop, boop. Actually, there we go. Why would I do it with circles if I intend to do like tiny little stars? You know? Art is fun until it's not, and it becomes fun again after. That's the part that I'm hoping to reach eventually. The part that I'm hoping to reach eventually is the part where it starts being fun again. Wait. There we go. That one is prettier. Ellie, why are you thinking about this so hard? It's just, no one's gonna pay attention to each individual star. That's not what matters. It's not what matters. It's not what matters. By the way, guys, talking about art and having fun, it's time, almost time, for me to actually have fun with art, which happens once a year, actually. I am just now remembering. It's just that last year I didn't have that much fun because I was super stressed over time and prep on other things. And this year, hopefully, I really need to start doing things earlier so that I can have July unimpeded. It's almost time for me to have fun with art again. 14th of June, I think. Was it 14th of June? We are going to have the team reveal. I haven't even spoken to Lena. I haven't even talked about her with her because sometimes... Oh, right. I need the lines as well. Sometimes we have done a team reveal stream, and we haven't talked about doing one this year, but I want to do some sort of stream because it happens. The reveal happens exactly when I'm like almost finishing the stream. So if I make the stream at like an hour earlier, it can happen midway through the stream, and that would be cool. Because then I can spend half an hour theorizing or talking about previous teams, and then half an hour, no, not half an hour, half the stream, and then half the stream sort of like starting to think of like my team image that I like doing every year. So talking about enjoying art, there's that. Wish I could find the meme about the kid saying, you know, when you me. I thought people voted for the glass wings. I mean, that was a type of butterfly. The options were two. It was either butterfly or leaf pattern. I don't think people are understanding what I mean when I say the butterfly. You trust, you believe. On the bright side, you can wear a piercing now if you're into that kind of thing. Thankfully, I didn't bid that hard, bro. Drawing isn't supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a chore, a drug. It's meant to break you and make you regret your purchases and your time investment. Not for me, though. I'm just lazy. No, it's not supposed to be that. Oh, good. She's not done being weird about it. I'm not done being weird about what? Not done being weird about what, specifically? Because I will never be done being weird about things in general, but I would like to know what specifically we're talking about now. Why are you putting so much effort into this? It's literally gonna be shrunken to practically no size, and nobody's gonna pay attention to how straight the lines look. Just stop. Just stop. Please. Please, at least stop. Okay, that's good. Yippee! We have a constellation! I'm gonna put it there. We're gonna move it to the... We're gonna move it to the dress layer. We are going to deform it a little bit. We are going to delete this. Do I want it across the chest, though? Maybe I want it across the chest. Let me... Let me check if maybe I want it across the chest, like almost like a... Yeah, I'm so glad that I spent so much time doing the goddamn lines and the stars when they are literally not going to be showcased at all because they're too small. Superb work, Ellie. You are one of a kind. I do think maybe we wanted in the skirt because I have more space in the skirt. So we're gonna keep it on the skirt. Ouchie. We're gonna keep it on the skirt. Here. So we're going to sort of imply it. We're going to sort of imply it and leave it unfinished. Like that-ish. Like that-ish. Okay. Make it a little bit bigger. Put it there. And that means we are going to delete this part. And we are gonna warp it a little. We're gonna delete this part because it's gonna be on a fold. And we're gonna warp it a little. We're gonna grab this bit. We're going to like move it around. We are going to grab this bit. We are going to move it around. We are going to grab this bit. We are going to move it around. It needs to be warped because it needs to be like, there's fabric here, you know? So it wouldn't just be straight. It would be flowing with the fabric. Now, I do need to sort of like redraw it after I just drew it because it needs to be a lot bigger. So we're gonna do, first I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna delete this part. I'm also gonna delete this and this so I can make it a little bit more. I want it to be less covering of what we have on the other side, so we're gonna do this like it's going to the other side of the dress. Yeah, that's better. I like it more. I like it more. We're gonna make it thicker. I'm gonna make that thicker. Don't worry about the colors. Don't worry about the colors. Colors are gonna get fixed in the next step. Stars. Here we go. Star, star, line, 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 star. Let's turn off the colors, actually, because that's distracting. That's better. I'm doing it sort of like there-ish, but I also don't care about placement that much, considering, again, this is supposed to be warped because it's fabric. Okay. Remember how I just spent so long trying to do the lines very straight, and now I'm deciding that they shouldn't be straight because it's a fabric and therefore they should be a little wonky? Ain't that cool? Ain't it fun being me? Being me and doing absolutely unnecessary steps that just take more time. If you ever wonder why I draw so slowly, that's part of it. At any given time, I've done an extra 5 steps that were absolutely unnecessary if I had planned the thing better from the get-go. Like, for example, I wouldn't have to do cleanup here if I had done a different layer. I could just delete the entire layer, but okay. Okay, Ellie, sure. Actually, I'm done doing the cleanup. I'm gonna do another layer. Don't follow my example ever. Like, ever. Like, never follow my example. You never want to follow Ellie's example. Ellie's example is the worst example ever. Okay. I should read the chat a little. If I don't take my work seriously, then who will? The jelly bean on my screen? The jelly bean on your screen is echoing my thoughts. Check talk to Ellie later. That's the best example of what you said. I'm gonna check it now. Interesting. I don't think it has a lot to do with what I was saying. Rexy, did I say hello to you today? Welcome, welcome. Hi, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. We'll just have to budget her into more art to rush her along the fun again part. I don't think that would work. I think that would make it worse. I need to make a full body drawing for Pucho. Yeah, you should. Who is Puncho? No one is Puncho. Literally, I have no idea who you're talking about. I don't know a Puncho. What a stream start. Team Calcium versus Team Osteoporosis. The elbows. Yeah, I'm not being weird. You're weird for not understanding it. She's going to shrink us and not pay attention to us. No, no, you're here. I can see you. Yes, Ellie, please. Let's normalize people not looking at how straight the lines are. I say we normalize that today. I say we normalize that here on this house today. I think that is exactly what we're normalizing. Look at how wonky these lines are. They're not straight. Perfect for June. Who wants straight lines in June? No one. Okay, wait. That's good enough. Just saying that felt weird. That's good enough. Who are you? That's good enough. Sounds awful. Okay. Alright, so if I'm gonna do that, I'm also gonna do this, and I'm gonna fix this stars as well. I'm gonna fix this. This one is a completely made up one. I don't care. Sorry, I just do not care. Listen, I get it. That probably doesn't mean anything. I don't care. We're gonna do some other stars that are not in constellations. Like loose stars over there. Perfect. Okay. And I'm gonna put a couple of thingies here that are not exactly stars, but the idea is that they look like they're a shimmering thing, like beads and stuff. You know? That looks kind of bad. I'm gonna make it stars. I'm gonna make them stars because that looks kind of weird. That still looks kind of weird. I'm gonna try just a couple beads. Yeah, that's better. Okay, I like that more. Hey, sir. Welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. All right. So next up, the wings. Next up, the wings. We are going to grab this. We are going to delete it. We are going to grab this. We are going to clean it up. We are going to clean that. And this. And this. And this. Alrighty. We're gonna turn that on again. We are going to paint it proper. We are going to probably want to make those lines a little thicker later on. But that's like a minor detail that can happen at any other point. Okay, yeah, I like that, I like that, I like that, I like that. Okay, wings. We are going to do the wings now. I'm going to take that color. I'm gonna explain to you what I meant because I don't think anybody understood. I don't think anyone understood what I meant to do with the wings. So, the wing is here. And it's here. And I've already changed the shape a lot, so I don't mind changing it a little bit more, I guess. Like that. Yeah, okay. Like that-ish. What I'm gonna do, though, with this wing that I don't think people understood. That's too big. Yeah, perspective-wise, it needs to be smaller. Okay, that works better. Okay, next up, what I don't think people understood is we are going to do the pattern. So the pattern is solid at the top, big panel, sort of high up that goes to the entire length, and some smaller panels. Wait, that doesn't work. It needs to be sort of smaller. Sort of like this. And then this needs to be sort of longer. This needs to be sort of longer. This needs to be sort of longer. This needs to be even longer. And on this, I need to add another one, question mark? And in between, we're gonna add this. Looks kind of weird, doesn't it? I don't know if I'm managing to make it feel sort of like a butterfly wing. Something's off. Something's definitely off. Let's try that again. The 10-minute drawing challenge was so funny. I love it. Yeah, it's really good. It's one of my favorite ways of doing an art stream, honestly. That what you just did, that's the exact problem with your relationship with art. You scrutinize yourself. Yes, you don't reprimand yourself for whatever you decide to do. Eh? If that were me, I'd probably just transform Tool the butterfly wings onto her and call it a day. I cannot do that. Jessel Shim, welcome and hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. I don't think I've seen you here before, so welcome to the channel. Welcome to the pit. I hope you enjoy your time here. Mongoose, welcome and hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. I wonder if you'll ever stop being so harsh on yourself. That's my job. I doubt it. You can always change professionally if you feel it's not good, it's not for you. For example, are you any good at video games? You know that! You know that! I need popcorn from 1926 and soda from 12 BC. That would be stale as fuck. Why would you want that? I think there's too much noise in that dress. Nah, it's fine. It's good. Have you ever praised your nail coordination? They look like Jordan almonds. I want to eat them. Thanks? What is a Jordan almond? But yeah, I actually really love nail art. So I actually, like, whenever I envision other Ellies, they all have different styles of nails. Whenever I envision, like, Blue Ellie or whatever, that I want different nail art styles. I want different nail art styles. I just love nail art a normal amount. I love nail art a normal amount, actually. See, okay, here's the thing. If I were to be realistic with this sort of reaches the mid. Do you see this? Like, it's 1 and 2. So maybe I start like that. Maybe I start from the width of this, like 1 and 2. And then from here, I do a couple more. And maybe that feels a little better. Mind you, this is not even the first time that I draw something like this, because I already had to do Leo's character that had bug wings. So I've already done this once, but I don't do it nearly often enough to be able to just remember how to do it. I think this is where we're gonna stick. I think we're kind of gonna do it this. The panels are called cells, in fact. Interesting. What if she looks like that on the Gartic drawing because she's self-conscious about her butterfly wings and hiding them became a second nature to her, but someone caught her with the wings out? Hey, that's another option for the story. iArt slowly putting the club away. iArt? Oh, AI! Fucking no, we don't talk about those. We don't talk about those things. At least recognize each other first and foremost by the fingernails. They can spot an imposter without ever speaking to them. I don't know that that would be a thing, because I would assume that the other Ellie's trying something new with their nail art. I don't think it would be a recognizable thing. Now, here's what I intended to do, guys. Nix, welcome and hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Hi, how are ya? Here's what I intended to do, and the reason why I kept telling you, you guys don't understand. This isn't going to have colors. This isn't going to be green. This is going to be just like, It's going to be transparent, just like the image. However, how do you give it the blue color while at the same time keeping it transparent? Answer. You make it so that the normally black parts of the wing would be blue. And so that's why this is like the glass wing thing. We're still keeping on touch with that. This is still a glass wing butterfly type of style because it is transparent. I just wanted something that was easier to draw the panels, you know? The cells, sorry. I just wanted the cells to be a little bit bigger so they're easier to draw because the glass wing, it's a lot of little cells. It's a lot of little cells, and I didn't want to struggle with those many cells. I didn't want to struggle with those many cells, honestly. I'm so late. Welcome, Nix. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Did I say hello to you today? Did I? I can't remember. In a theoretical scenario, since you're having trouble approaching people for stuff, if I found someone willing to do a 10-minute drawing collab with you, would I be allowed to mediate between the two of you so you actually get scheduled and it happens? Honestly, yes, but also I feel like it should be more like you suggesting it and then us organizing ourselves, because the one thing is to do like a okay, I'm gonna say this with an anecdote. I'm gonna explain where I'm at in saying this with an anecdote, because I think it's important that you guys understand. And I may have mentioned this anecdote before, but I'm not sure because it involved someone. I didn't want anyone to like possibly guess, but it's been long enough that I don't think anyone would be able to guess anyone involved. But I did once have someone who tried to connect me to other VTubers. And as I mentioned before, sometimes you just don't click with someone. Sometimes you just don't click. And that's fine, and that's normal. Sometimes you talk for a little bit with the person, you chat a couple of messages, and you realize, you know, the conversation is not flowing. And by flowing, I mean like there's clearly this hesitance, there's clearly like the humors are not landing, they're not like matching, there's an awkwardness, you know, like sometimes people just don't click, and that's fine. However, the person who had tried to connect me with this other VTuber kept asking about it, like, why haven't you collabed yet? Why haven't you done anything yet? Why haven't you planned blah 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 blah? And I kept saying like, oh yeah, well, you know, she's busy and I'm busy too, so it's sorry, it's just like difficult, right? And I didn't want to say like, I don't think this person liked me, I don't think this person would be comfortable with me, because again, sometimes people don't click, and that's fine. However, this person's response was, is she being mean to you? Do I have to go and is she blowing you off? Is she being mean to you? Do I have to go and not chide her, like when you're dealing with a little kid and you're scald her, right? Like, do I have to go and scald her for being mean to you? And I was like, no, bro, why are you doing this? Stop! Stop! I can't tell you anything about the fact that we're not clicking because you're going to make it her problem. if I tell you that we're not clicking, that she doesn't seem comfortable around me, you're going to make it her problem, which is going to make it also my problem, and which is totally inappropriate. And I don't know, it was fucking stressful, you know. So what I mean to say what I mean to say is that I think initial contact is fine when it happens with like a third party that isn't the two people involved. But there's that fear in me that if things don't work out, if people don't click, which I will say it a million times, it's okay, because not everyone clicks with everyone. I feel like there's always that fear that's going to become a problem for the person who did the introduction, you know? For the person who did the introduction, that there's going to be that sort of like... not pressure, but that expectation, disappointment, etc, etc. You get what I mean? I don't know, man. I'm a little bit haunted by that one experience. When I was like scared that my name was going to be associated with a crazy guy, like chastising a grown-ass adult for not making friends with her Vtuber. Oh man, sometimes people on the internet are so ridiculous and weird. Sometimes people on the internet are weird and have very misconception of what normal boundaries are. I have no idea what Ellie's yapping about, but anyways, it was bro, it was an anecdote from start to finish. What do you mean you don't understand? I told every part of it. What do you mean you don't understand? Ever hear the song High School Never Ends? It's so unfortunately true. I don't think I have. I don't think it sounds familiar. Based on the title, I guess I could take a gander at what the topic of the song is, but it doesn't sound like a familiar title for me anyways. How are we looking on the cell design? I think that's looking fine. I think that's probably looking kind of good, right? Gihan, welcome and hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. You sound familiar, you think so? Happy birthday, Daniel. Huh? Gihan, are you lost? I don't know who you're talking to, but I think you might be lost. I fear it's inevitable since even indie game studios are using AI for labor saving and then getting cancelled for it, so I don't think it is. No AI, you said you love nail art, normal amount, but I remember you talking about loving to play with drawing eyes, hence his eye art, putting the club away after you said you love nail art normally. Oh, I never would have made that connection. I'm sorry, I never would have made that connection. I think there's too much noise in that dress. Priscilla Meteor! Yeah, careful. This is what she got mad about last stream, remember? There is a cybersecurity initiative called Operation Glasswing. It's named after the butterfly to remind everyone how transparent sensitive information is. And yet people are not going to care. And yet people are not going to pay attention. Hydrated. Thank you for that. Time zone juggling is always tough anyways. That too. Time zone juggling is a real problem. For them, the awkwardness of trying to connect to people who don't hit it off, leading to them pushing harder. For you, the mortification of people thinking that you were asking them to push it. Yes! Yes! I was so scared that this other VTuber was going to think I was the problem. And it was like, I want people to not feel awkward about me existing around them, you know? I'm gonna need Ellie to start farming YouTube views. How? What do you want me to do? I wish I could start farming YouTube views. I wish it could work that way. Sometimes the conversation is going amazing, but in the moment you say something cringe, annoying, or embarrassing, and then you have to block the other person on all platforms and blacklist their names. It wasn't that bad either. It wasn't that bad either. That library tanning game is quite popular and it has AI muck in it. I think most of what I've heard actually is people going, oh shit, I didn't realize that it had AI. I wish I had read it sooner. I am ashamed that I played it on stream. I've seen several people canceling their streams if they hadn't done them yet because of it. I personally, even as a hater of AI, I forget sometimes to check properly. In fact, in the last Next Fest, I did try some demos that I first downloaded, and then only when I opened the demo and I got that alarm bells in my brain, like, hey, this feels AI, this sounds AI, this looks weird, something's not right. Only then did I go into the page and realize it had AI in it. So I 100% understand people not noticing, because I'm not trained enough yet on like checking something beforehand. That being said, purchasing something before checking is not something that I would do personally. But I have seen people refunding and canceling streams because it got well known that it has AI. That being said, by the way, I gotta say, although I kind of see the appeal on that library organizing game, on that like clean up the library game, although I kind of see the appeal, it's like, yes, you do get dopamine hits by organizing and ordering and tidying up things. Yes, of course it's going to feel satisfactory to go from a mess to a clean space. But if I want that kind of serotonin, let me tell you something, I'll clean up my own goddamn house. I also have things that I could have less messy. I also have things that could look better and feel better if they were organized. And nothing's gonna give me more serotonin than not having to spend real money to clean a digital space. And I'm not talking about something like Power Wash Simulator, because you cannot power wash in real life without making a huge investment of money in a machine, and then the power, and then the water. Like, Power Wash Simulator is a cleaning fantasy that you cannot get in real life unless you're investing a lot of money. Cleaning up objects that are just scattered about, you don't even have to clean muck or gross things. Bro, you can do that in your house. Like, you can do that in your real house. I never understood why that game got so popular, because I watched the trailer and I was like, yeah, I understand how that's gonna give me dopamine. Fortunately, I can also clean up and tidy up stuff in real life instead of doing it in a game and then feeling guilty that I spend 3 hours doing that digitally, but I don't do it in my actual space, you know? AI training is a good side hustle. Maybe I should train one badly, that way I get paid to sabotage them. Go for it. Anything that is like AI sabotage is gonna get my vote. 100%. So how are we feeling about this for the wings? Like, it's not the best, but I feel like it's also kind of decent. I feel like it's kind of decent. I feel like maybe it needs to be a little bit trimmed down so that there's less solid edge. Like the cell needs to be made bigger. But I think it works. Like that. Right? I think it works. I think it works. Yeah, but hear me out. I have to get up to tidy the house. I just feel like if I spent 2 or 3 hours cleaning like a virtual library and then I feel that dopamine hit, I close out of the game and I look around my space and all the things that I still haven't tidied up in my own space, then that dopamine immediately turns into guilt, into like regret, into all of the bad feelings. I just think I cannot play a game about tidying up a place if my place isn't perfectly tidied up, because it's just gonna make me feel like shit. The difference, Ellie, is that in a game, you don't stub your toe or drop something and break it or get an asthma attack from a wild dust bunny. Yeah, but outside of the game, it's a lot more rewarding when you're actually existing in your space and it's all tidy thanks to your efforts. Have to go. Be safe, Ellie. Goodbye, hi, sir. Goodbye, hey, hi, sir. I hope that you had a good time and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for dropping by. Okay. Okay, so that's the first swing done. Now, can I just copy it and paste it on the other side and deform it? We are about to see. We are about to see if that's a possibility. Wait, cancel. We're gonna first delete this. Then we're gonna do this. Now, deform. Can I... Would it look fine if I just deform it a little? I think it looks fine. Let's now adjust this a little bit more. If I deform that, and then I deform this. Yeah, I think that works. I do think that works. Just have to clean it up a little. Aha! Yeah, that's better. Okay. Just clean that up a little. I kind of want to scooch this all Now, make this a little more pushed to the side. Okay. That should honestly be fine. Look at me trying to not be a perfectionist. Trying to not spend a billion hours on this. Trying to just copy paste it and be fine with it. Do you think I'll manage it? I don't. I don't know if I'll manage it. Okay. All right, I think that kind of works. I think that kind of works fine. I'm going to adjust these edges a little bit more. Because this could be a little bit closer to the edge. This could be a little bit closer to the edge. This could be a little bit closer to the edge. And we can push it a little bit more to the side. We can push this a little bit more to the side. And of course, clean up. Okay. So now that we did the wings, what else do I have? We fixed the stars, we fixed the leggings, we fixed the wings. I think we're just gonna go ahead and do the proper like colors. I think that's what's gonna happen now. Okay. All right. So, first off. I'm gonna change all the lines to black. Second, there's some layers that are not yet deleted. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Oh, this is the old hair. I can delete that layer. Yeah, I can delete that one. Where are you? What's that freaking bow on the shoe? That's gross. I don't like that. That's the stars. Oh, it's here, it's here, it's here. Okay. And where is that now? Probably here? No? No? Where are you? Body? Body! Got it, got it, got it. Got your ass. Got your ass. Okay. Okay, got it. Cool. What I'm gonna do now, that has to be wings, right? Yeah, that has to be wings. Cool. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna paint the layers individually. But not before doing the cleanup of the colors. Why did I do 2 layers? Why did I do 2 layers? Okay, we are going to... What time is it? I still have an hour. We can do the colors. We can do the colors in 1 hour. We're gonna paint that in a color that doesn't match anything else at all whatsoever. We're gonna grab this. We're gonna select this. Ah, that's why I had a different thing. Okay, I'm gonna select everything outside of the character. I'm gonna select everything outside of the character. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Everything else of the character. That too. That too. That too. That too. That little hole there. It's gonna have to be manually painted. Okay, now I'm going to give it a couple more pixels. Invert selection. Paint everything on the skin color. Fuck nuggets. Why is this painted? Why are you painted? Oh, because of that gap. Got it. Got it. Got it. I'm gonna have to deselect it manually because it's like the first thing that happened, isn't it? It's the first thing that happened. If I don't deselect it manually, I have to redo all of the wing selection again, and that was annoying. Elyssia, welcome and hello, how are you doing? Hope you having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Hello. Hello. I know only tries hard for every Steam, so you deserve so much more. Not gonna lie, the thing YouTube has better than Twitch is the algorithm, but it only works with videos and not streams. 100%. I know it only works with videos and not streams. That's why well, that's only one of the reasons why. One of the reasons why I always wanted to do edited videos is because it does work better, algorithmically speaking. The other reason is just that I personally enjoy edited videos. Like, I don't know that I would say a lot more. There is something to being able to see every last bit of a reaction, every last bit of... You know, there is definitely something to be said about getting the entire experience. No filters, no cuts. It is very good and enjoyable. However, there is also something to be said about an edit. I feel like most of the time, I prefer an edit because unless I know that I'm like very, very, very interested in something that's gonna give me every last second of the reaction, unless it's something that I know is already like one of my favorite things or something that I'm very passionate about, I'm fine with not getting the entirety of the content. But the added benefit of edits is you can make extra jokes, you can make extra significance, you can give it extra significance through editing. Like, I don't know, let me think of some of my favorite examples. Like, some of my favorite examples is like editor, like the editing person has already gone through the entire experience, so they can berate their past self for not picking up on very obvious clues of what was gonna happen, or be surprised when past them was incredibly correct about a complete shot in the dark theory. I don't know, I feel like there's a lot that you can add in an edit. Nobody asked me for my opinion, but you're getting it anyways. Okay, I low-key, you have no idea how hard I'm fighting myself, because I want to fix all of these dead pixels that I'm seeing everywhere. I want to fix them so bad, but I'm also trying to like finish this, like prioritize finishing it instead of cleaning it up further. But things like this right here, What layer are you on? I have to clean it. I have to. Where are you? Please. Please, where are you? Oh, here, right? No? Aha! 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 Ha ha ha! I found it! I found it! It's here! Okay! You know what? I'm gonna have to clean it up anyways. You're gonna see why when I start painting them. Unfortunately, I am gonna have to spend time cleaning them up. I lost some of the information that I had. Psychic Flora, welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Welcome. Be right there? I was gonna say be right there. Hydrating. Thank you for the hydrate. I realized I backed a game with an AI box illustration a bunch of days after the campaign ended. That's the thing. A lot of people just don't realize until, like, later. It happens. I'm too easy to clean regularly. Once every month should be enough. Dusting and vacuuming highly depends on where you live. Because, like, for example, rural areas probably need less vacuuming and dusting than urban areas because of all the exhaust cars and stuff like that. So it probably highly depends on where you live. I know only trains hard for every scene. No, blah, 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 blah. I already read that. I was starting to think you'd accidentally copied it to another layer at some point. It's a nightmare to find those little bits for erasure when you do that. Yeah, it sucks when it happens. It has happened to me a couple of times. I swear I spend more time trying to get the selection tool to work than it would take to just manually paint, erase things at times. That can happen depending on, like, the structure, the shape of what you're trying to paint, I guess. Okay, so next up, dress. Next up is the dress color, which I had decided was going to be this color. Because it is a hot pink like the lines of the Gardic, but it's not as, like, eye-bleedingly fuchsia. Because this is like a very eye-bleeding kind of pink, hot pink. So this is what I do in these situations. Like, the selection tool is just for, like, the bigger shape. And then I do have to go in manually and fix a lot of the selections. But it's fine because most of it has been handled. I just need to tackle what I know is gonna be a problem. Like inner lines, corners, edges. You know, everything else handled by the selection tool. So I'm fine with it. I'm gonna clean up all of the dead pixels if I have time after I'm done, because priority number 1 is actually finishing this. Priority number 1 is finishing this, then priority number 2 can be just cleaning up more lines. That's the dress. Now I'm gonna do pink transparent, which is a different color. It is this color. But we will see if it ends up looking like that color, because this one is going to be a transparent layer. Ooh, hello? Do I have something selected? Oh, I did. I had something selected. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, maybe I want it to be this color, but transparent. Nope, I want it to be lighter, that's for sure. No, that's ass, actually. That looks so muddy. Oh, but that looks a lot better. It's because of the background. Don't worry about it. It's just the background. Okay, yeah. I don't don't mind it. That's fine. That's fine. I can deal with that. I am back. Welcome back. Hello. Hi, Ellie. Looking good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I am really hoping that I am going to manage to prioritize finishing instead of fixing, because every time I'm on a layer like this and I see these goddamn forsaken scribble lines, I am right now I'm fighting against myself. A part of me wants to just finish it, and a part of me is like trying to wrestle control my wrist so that we can fix this scribble lines. And then the other part of me is like, it's fine, you get the idea across, and that's what matters. And I'm like, no, it looks bad. So, you know, normal things. Normal Ellie things, really, if you think about it. She barely even remembers who I am. Welcome back, Rancor. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. I don't know where you went because I didn't read it probably, but... Why no cats? I like cats. I'm allergic to cats. Although, thanks to the anti-allergy treatment, I've been a lot better about coexisting with them. It has worked wonders. But the parasite says, no! Gotta fix the scribble line. Me fighting against myself. I love it, Ellie. You're good. Our first community OC is the first, right? Yeah, it's the first, right? And it's probably the last one. This had never happened, that in Gardig we get just such a consistent character that we all actually like. It's not a common occurrence, and I don't know how likely it is to happen again. I guess we could do it a little bit more like intentionally in the future. I guess we could try to intentionally get a character together. We're gonna go hair. We're gonna select with the tool. This one is also a layer that's gonna require a lot of manual fixing, but that's fine. Yeah, from here on out, it's easier to manually fix. I'm gonna fix with the selection tool, actually, because it has better contrast. Zob, welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. I also had no idea who you are, but awesome art. Well, let me introduce myself. First of all, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the pit. I hope you enjoy your time here. Second of all, I am Elyssia Nikos, a lamia VTuber. Mostly, I do indie games and every now and then I do art. I'm gonna do a lot of art in July because Art Fight is coming up and it's an event that I enjoy a lot. So I hope that you're enjoying your time here, and thank you so much for the art compliment. And hey, you know, if you enjoy any of what I mentioned before, feel free to check out the rest of my channel, see if I'm your style. And thank you so much for dropping by and saying hello. Hope you're having a good day. Huh? I'm just saying, I don't envision this happening very often. I would not be opposed to having more community OCs. This one happened by coincidence. This one happened entirely by luck. And I don't know how likely that is to happen again. That's all I'm saying. All right, next up I'm gonna do a layer that's gonna be called the white layer for something like the white of the eyes or the white of the accessories. you know? And we're not gonna do it pure white. I've spoken about this before. You don't want your eye whites to be pure white, because then the highlights of the eyes don't really shine as much. You kind of need them to be a little bit grayish. Is it a normal Ellie reaction to freak out over something no one else sees but her? Yeah, absolutely. And I understand that. I really do. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? Who put that song in the chat and made me have it in my head now? Why would you do that to me? Okay, that's fine. That's good. What else has to be white? The accessories. The accessories. I am absolutely no in hell doing the accessories through selection tool, because that's a billion lines to paint, and it's gonna be easier just to do this, honestly. It's just gonna be easier to paint it manually. It's funny, really, that despite my brain being what it is, I do still have this sense of humor where I say things that, in my opinion, are so absurd everyone understands it can't be serious. It has happened to me that I say something that is, like, clearly not meant to be taken seriously, and then I have to put my tail in my mouth because the other person took it so seriously. And I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna say something else. I'm gonna say something else. That happens to me regularly in this channel. That happens to me quite often in this channel. And that's, I'm gonna blame myself and I'm gonna blame you simultaneously. That's because you don't understand Tumblr speak, and I forget that I cannot speak in Tumblr speak outside of Tumblr. I am so used to just using Tumblr speak that then I say things and you guys don't read it as, like, absurd Tumblr speak statement, and you take it more seriously than it is. I've been thinking that I should do a Tumblr speak class, honestly. Hell yeah, you're joining our fight? Yeah, every year since I discovered it, I freaking love our fight. Love our fight. Oh, it's on 9. Welcome, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome. Hello. Saying things like, no, you must watch the streamer for 16 hours. Like, to me, this is so obviously a joke, but had people get upset at me for such comments in a Discord general chat, mind you. I understand why. Like, with writing, it's even worse. Because with writing, you have no idea of tone. You have zero clue what the tone of the other person is with writing. So I understand that it's, like, even easier to get misinterpreted, you know? I think that's why I take it to such an extreme. Like, nowadays, to me, it's like, if I'm gonna make a joke like that, instead of saying 16 hours, I would say, like, to make it really, really exaggerated, I would say, like, okay, thank God. Thank God. The whites of the eyes have not been touched. The whites of the eyes have not been ruined. I just painted everything else in the same layer. Okay, it's fine. This is very easy to fix. Calm down, Ellie. You're fine. You're fine. Okay. Oh, thank God. Oh, that was stressful. That was stressful. For a moment, I thought that I had painted things in very bad, wrong layer issues, but no, we're fine. We're okay. We're okay. But yeah, if I wanted to make that joke just to make it extremely like so over the top exaggerated, I think I would say something like, no, you must watch them for 73 hours and not sleep, pee, or eat the entire way. You know, like make it so ridiculous. But yeah, I suffer from the same thing mostly when I Tumblr speak. She's a multilingual lamia Vtuber that speaks English and Argentinian. I do speak two languages, but today both are dramatically crippled by my having bit my tongue when I woke up. Although this is a C2R fight, so I have something to attack besides your only two characters there. I could, but it's not my character, and I have no information about her at all, because she, like, I have tiny little bits of lore for her that we created together, but... Phobia warning, snakes. She is a snake, also a kaiju, and also a teeny tiny worm. Also, she's made of candy. She doesn't like it when you eat her hair, and she's an overlord that uses in the mines. I think it's very clear when you say it like that the lore is not very synergistic. the pieces of lore you guys have come up with are not quite matching each other. But I am a lamia, indeed. I am a lamia. Expect an attack threat? Well, maybe expect a response. I'm a very slow artist, but I normally try to answer every attack. I don't know if I've ever failed. I think I haven't. I think I haven't failed any responses yet. There's always a first time, but I think I haven't. Oh, well, I failed some friendly fires. I have failed some friendly fire responses because I do prioritize enemy team responses. So I probably have failed a couple of friendly fires. Okay, next up, I'm gonna do the black in the black and white. The black from the black and white. Which obviously is a lot easier. Thanks to the fact that we already have the white. Huh, what's going on here? Ah, okay. I see. I just painted the layer wrong. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I just painted the layer wrong. It's fine. It's nothing. Maybe I will. Maybe I will put her in the art fight. Honestly, maybe I will. And it's like any... yeah, I think I will. Because then, any attacks for this character are like attacks for the entire community. And you guys get the gift as well. It would be nice. You put that song in my head first? How? How did I put that song in your... How? I didn't even say anything regarding Scooby-Doo. You started it. That is a song that I thought I was a dinosaur and it wouldn't go over your head, the reference? I mean, it's pretty well known, even in the internet, even if I've never watched Scooby-Doo. Mind you, I have never watched Scooby-Doo, but I know the characters. There's... Scooby is the dog. Daphne is the redhead with the purple dress? Dress? Turtleneck. Turtleneck? No, dress. Turtleneck is orange. It's Vilma. And then the blonde guy is Fred? Yes, Fred, because Shaggy is a Tumblr icon, so I know Shaggy. Of course I know Shaggy. How could I not know Shaggy? What the hell is a Tumblr? Tumblr! What the fuck is Tumblr speak? Is Tumblr even alive? Is it real? Yes! People don't believe it because we do try to run off people who don't fit the platform. we kind of try to run people off the platform if they try to bring the Twitter style drama here. Don't we suffer enough from brain rot exposure? Must we also be tortured with Tumblr speak lessons? Yes, because you need to understand me. When I say something like, oh, I want this game carnally, you need to understand that I'm not saying something sus. You need to understand that I'm not saying something sus. Taskeru, salud, I didn't sneeze. Was that not a cute sneeze? No, it was me gasping in horror when I did a wrong layer thing. That pause scared me. I didn't even know you could go around for you to gasp. I know, I reacted first and explained second. Sorry, I got scared. Ask Nick's hot pants or rank or permission to post this character in F5. I think I might. She speaks... She speaks .75 language, half in English and quarter Spanish. Argentinian French. You're saying I don't even speak one full language? Do you think someone who doesn't speak any language could yap for 3 hours about fashion? Huh? How some people say you need 10,000 hours of practice to become good at drawing, an obvious exaggeration. No, 10,000 is like a baseline for any skill, I think. As I understand it, it's like a baseline for any skill. It's at least as much, oh my god, that's so many S's. It is at least as much yours as ours at this point. Plus, it would be cool as hell to see other artists do their take on her. You should absolutely put her up as an OC. I think I'm gonna do it so that anytime that someone attacks her, it can be a gift to the entire community. I think that would be really cute. A person can be good at his job and have zero fashion sense. Not having a full matching lore is also realistic. Intelligent beings are contradictory. Yeah, but one thing is to have like lore that's not matching because like it's contradicting in actions, and it's another like when the physical realities of the lore wouldn't match. You want to bait us into fighting your fights by us getting collateral association? No, I don't. No, I don't. My glasses, I can't see without my glasses. I can't be seen without my glasses. That sounds like I've seen that as a GIF, but okay, my glasses, I can't see without my glasses. I'm pretty sure that's like a Vilma thing. My glasses, I can't be seen without my glasses. I have like vague recollections of having seen it as a GIF. But I don't know. Logan, welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome. Hello. One thing that I still have problems with English, they call orange red hair, making me think English people are colorblind. I think what you need to consider is that the way that we name colors has evolved throughout time. Like, you probably know because you have studied, oh my god, my tongue. You have studied enough Japanese, right? You know probably that initially Japanese didn't have a word for green. Anything that was green was clumped together with blue as far as categorization goes. So we know anthropologically, is that what I'm trying to say? Anthropology. We know anthropologically that most societies categorize red as one of the first colors they categorize. So it's very likely that they had started calling people redheads before they made the differentiation between red and orange as like labeling wise. Honestly, while that Velma is canonically the longest relationship Johnny Bravo has ever managed to maintain, those two were not the same show though, right? I watched Scooby-Doo my entire childhood, so someone not knowing it feels sacrilegious to me. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm sorry. I apologize. The problem is that you don't say something like, I desire the game carnally. You say something like, I desire that character carnally. The former is easy to pick up on as a figure of speech, but I don't think I ever said that about a character. I don't think I ever said that about a character. It sounded to me like a sneeze, that you press the mute button mid-sneeze. No, it was just, I gasped, and like the reaction was so visceral. My fear was so visceral that it happened before I had the chance to think of how it was sounding to the microphone. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to scare anyone. I just suddenly thought that I had ruined the entire thing. Glad that it didn't happen. Ellie, pick one. Yes or no? I'm scared. Yes. Oh, I'm scared. I don't know what I'm picking. I have a simple fix for the mismatched lore. This is a liar fairy. She says a different story every time. Works even more because she's an extension of chat. Well, we don't have as much contradictory lore for her, actually. Johnny Bravo says that in the Scooby-Doo crossover, my glasses I can't drink without my glasses. Ah, okay, thank you. Anthropologic studies show red, black, and white were the first colors in most primitive languages. That's true. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. There was a specific Scooby-Doo show which was just crossovers. One was Johnny Bravo, there was Addams Family, and probably Sherlock Holmes. I need to say something actually that shows just how different our worlds are, I guess. You have just made something in my brain make sense that I never understood why. If I am remembering correctly, there is a supernatural Scooby-Doo crossover. And knowing that Scooby-Doo had like an entire show based around crossovers, that would make a lot more sense than when I didn't know about that. That actually makes it make sense. Yeah, there is a Supernatural and Scooby-Doo crossover. Okay, that makes sense now. I never understood why the fuck Supernatural was collabing with Scooby-Doo, but I guess that explains it. I guess that do explain it. Ah ha 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 ha. Get it? Like Scooby-Doo explain it. Ha 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 ha. Puns. They hooked up in a crossover, but then they would still be together in commercials. Confirmed that they eventually broke up. Oh, that's sad. That green blue thing intrigues me because we see that all over the place. It makes me question if it was just a matter of not having a word for the two different colors. It's I don't know if you've seen that video, officer. You should look it up. It's fascinating. There's a video that explains that, like, anthropomorphic findings find that in most societies, independently, people started grouping certain, like, people started putting names to colors in certain order. In every society, or most societies, but I think it was every society, the first colors to get categorized were red, white, and black. But white and black, not necessarily the way you think of white and black. Something like a bright yellow would have been white. Something like this, the skin color, or this yellow in the stars, probably would have been considered white early on in those societies, because it was less about white and black the way we see them, and it was more about light versus dark, like day colors versus night colors, you know? I think it's really, really interesting, but yes, blue and green were clamped together in early language in pretty much every society. Or not being able to see a difference until recently, genetically speaking. And that is also fascinating because that has to do with language. If you study like societies that have different color groupings, it genuinely sort of affects or seems to affect the way they perceive the color itself, which is wild. It's really crazy. I find it fascinating. Okay, I'm gonna do this in that same layer. Fun fact, some African and Amazonian tribes have multiple names for shades of green, and because they have different names, their brain interprets the difference stronger. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's so fascinating that the way we group and label colors and the way we name colors literally affects our perception of them. It's so fascinating. God, I love how weird nature is. Keep sharing your carnal desires. We will get it eventually. I do sometimes like slip up a Tumblrism here or there, and I realize way later, like, I need you guys to understand, for example, any and all times that I've said that I've seen something with my two good Christian eyes, I need you to know that I'm not a Christian. I need you to know that until I was a teenager, and I'm not an early teenager at that, a late teenager, that I didn't know that Christianism and Judaism was two different religions. Like, it's that dire, my separation from religion growing up and still today. So whenever I say that I've seen something with my two good Christian eyes, that is a Tumblrism. That is 100% just a Tumblrism. Before I forget about the art fight thing, pick one for me to add to my OCD, Sylpharia or Pucho. Why not both? Why do you have to add one? Roll a coin. Don't put this on me. Don't take that seriously. That was a play on the two meaning of the word glass. Thank you. I didn't, I think. I think I didn't take it seriously. I think I succeeded in not taking it seriously. Okay, what's next? The ribbons. That's it. The ribbons. Yippee! Oh, the eyes. Stupid ass. I need to do the eyes. That's like the most important thing. That's like the most important thing, actually. The only thing that was due here was the joke. Yeah, it was really bad, wasn't it? And now you know how I feel when you make puns! Thank you for supporting my poor financial decisions. It is for fashion in Warframe. No! Knowing about it, supernatural Scooby-Doo crossover. Oh my god, you are a Tumblr head. Yes. Yes, I am. I'm not joking when I say that I'm a Tumblr head. Boo, tomato, tomato, tomato. Yeah, yeah, it was deserved. Good, good. Throw your tomatoes. Throw your hatred. Basically, the brain is really cool, but also kind of dumb. Absolutely. Basically, Ellie, you can gaslight yourself into perceiving reality different and even how you interact with it. Isn't that fucking fascinating? Isn't that awesome? I think that's really cool, actually. I'm gonna add some blush. That's way too strong. Oh, that's way too strong. Let's lower the power. That's better. You know, as usual, the more I look at it, the more I fucking hate it. The more I look at this, the more I hate it. But it's fine. It's fine. We are fighting our impulses. We are fighting our impulses. And we're not going to correct it already. We haven't even finished it. We haven't even finished it. Just finish it, okay? Just finish it. Just finish it. And then we can fight our impulses. I never heard until now that sentence. No, because it's a Tumblr speak thing. It's Tumblr speak. Have you ever heard "you cannot kill me in any way that matters"? Did you know that comes from Tumblr? Are your eyes not Christian? Very good question. What if my eyes themselves are Christian? What if my eyes themselves are Christian? I think it's still a lie to say with my two good Christian eyes, because they're not good eyes. You guys have seen my perception. I would not call my eyes good in any way, shape, or form. Look at her, she's all done, stares in empty, forgotten eye sockets. No, 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 she's going to be done. Trust me, she's going to be done. She's going to be done. I promise. Ellie, start gaslighting yourself into not scuffing off stream. You don't need to train for it, just gaslight yourself. Well, you know what they say. Fake it till you make it. I love that fake it till you make it is literally like gaslight yourself. If you really think about it. If you really think about it, fake it till you make it is just a way of saying like gaslight yourself. You can do it, queen. You can gaslight yourself. Okay. Right. Now, I'm gonna do wings as well. And let me tell you one thing. This for the Leo character that had wings, this was an actual nightmare. I genuinely don't remember how long I spent trying to figure out how to make them look kind of translucent, but kind of like iridescent, you know, like I spent so long tinkering with the layers and the layer modes and how many layers in what modes would allow me to get like exactly the results I wanted and what kind of background it needed to have. Like, it was very, very annoying. It was very bad. Anyways, we're gonna put that there. Then we're gonna go into the lines. And now this is... Oh my god, the fucking eyes! It's fine. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Okay. Okay. Ooh! That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. First, we delete everything we don't want here. Oh my god. Like so. Then we refine the shape. Like so. Now I can do this. And this. Ooh, I'm gonna need to refine some of the shapes for real, huh? That shape is kind of wonky. When I look at it this close, the shape is kind of wonky. I feel like that's better. Okay, I feel like that's better. Okay, now I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna make it taller. And now I can do this. What the hell? No, no! It's pissing me off. Stop pissing me off! Okay, now it's just a pupil. If you pray to her, truly you can get luck on gacha pools, so Elyssia gaslighting yourself into not scuffing the stream. No, I read that one! I have heard that sentence, I didn't know it was from Tumblr. It is from Tumblr. Are you telling me that I should add a mushroom boss that cannot be killed in any way that matters to the game? If you want to. With my two mostly passable agnostic eyes. She skipped to read aloud my description about her. I skipped a couple messages and then I went back. Don't worry, I read it. You cannot kill me in any way that matters. Oh man, I can almost remember what the Tumblr post was talking about, but not quite. Mushrooms. If I remember correctly, it was mushrooms are an extant form of decay. Then someone comes in and says, hey, OP, what the fuck does that mean? If I remember correctly. It does work. If you lie to yourself long enough, you will believe it. Yeah, fake it till you make it. Gaslight yourself. That's how I made myself a positive person. I have said this before. I used to be a very emo person, a very pessimistic person. And then I gaslit myself into being a positive person, which I learned this month. Actually, scientists learned this last month. It might be linked to having better chances against dementia. So, yippee! Thank you, Pass Me. Thank you. Apparently, if you're a more optimistic person or a more positive person, there might be a link between being a more pessimistic person and having less chances of developing dementia. You're welcome. Okay. First priority is going to be adding a little bit of shadow here. That's too much. That's too much. It's too gray. I think it's too gray. It needs to be a little bluer. Sorry, am I? Yes, I am. Okay. I think I'll take that one. Yeah, I think I'll take that. Just like that. Right. Now the pupil. I'm gonna add a little bit of white to it. And really brush it out. Really brush it out. Yeah, okay, that's better. And now I'm gonna do a little bit of an edge sort of situation here. A little bit of a gradient, actually. Wait, gradient. Because this needs to be a little bit lighter at the bottom. But I'm gonna make it a little bit more saturated because it's kind of dull right now. Now we're gonna keep darkening the top. Until it has quite a nice contrast. Brush the edge a little. Even more contrast at the top. All right. Now we're going somewhere. We're gonna add a little bit of shininess. We want a little bit of I can't find it. I can't read. Where's my favorite color mode? Guys, I cannot find it. So it's gonna have to be luminosity. It's not my favorite, but it is what we got. So it's gonna have to be luminosity. But I don't want luminosity. Okay, let me check. I guess overlay's fine. It's a little bit too intense. And we need to do the highlight. Which makes her feel way more alive. There we go. Much better. Much, much better. I'm gonna do... What time is it? What time is it? We should do... Those eyes are looking so pretty. Thank you. This is the quick style. You inspire me to finally lock in on my alpha references. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hell yeah! I also should start saving some. But I normally wait until the teams are announced so that I can save the enemy teams instead of my... Oh, unless you're talking about like putting your own characters in there. Do it! Oh my god, do it! You only have 1 month! You only have 1 month! At least you need to put one in there. The problem with fake it till you make it is that it has like 5% chance to result in an enormous case of imposter syndrome in the event that you do indeed make it. Me. Having her blue spots on her limbs is kind of cool, but it's not. Beline, the queen bee monster girl she's talking about, had simple white wings, but I decided to give her hyper-realistic wings for no reason. The reason is it looks better. This was a full sentence. Ellie can be Christian because she's evil, good luck, overlord, lamia, reptile, deity, and you read part 2 if you pray to... Oh, okay, I didn't know that those were the same sentence. I didn't know, I'm sorry. The imposter syndrome is silly because nobody has their shit together. Hey, Ellie, I'm sorry I'm late. Don't worry about it. Welcome, you made it. You made it. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm gonna do as well with this layer? I'm gonna do something that I really like doing in the highlight layer, which is whoop, some loose hairs that go over the lines. I feel like it gives the hair a lot more like realism. It does work significantly better when you have already rendered the hair. But even with just this level of detail, it's kind of fine. It's kind of fine. Makes things feel a little more fluffy. Right? Yeah, I think that's cute. Okay, next up, I really do need to try and color the lines. I'm also gonna add a little bit of blush detail in the face. I'm gonna add the tiniest bit of blush detail. Like it needs to be really subtle. Yeah, like that. And okay, I kind of want to add more highlights, but at the same time, I need to focus on coloring the lines because it's already been, oh no, okay, it's already been the 2 hours actually. So technically, I should be done. I should be going now. But I'm so close, guys. I'm so close. Just wait a second. Just wait a second. Okay. I need to paint the lines. I need to at the very least, I need to paint the wing lines. Because the design does not work without it. There we go. That's better. And I'm gonna paint the hair as well. The hair and the bangs. Those are gonna be this color, but a lot stronger. So something like this. Nope, it needs to be even stronger. Something like this. Yeah, that's better. Okay. The dress now. The dress needs to be this color. Unless it's hideous. In that case, I'm just gonna replace it for whatever I want. It's kind of hideous. That's better. I appreciate that more. That's kind of better. Okay, okay, okay. The stars need to be this color, but this part of the dress also needs to be that color. So we're gonna do this. And this is the part where I start cleaning up a little, like this, this, and this. Okay, perfect. And I'm gonna grab this, and I'm gonna do some shimmy, some shimmering reflections. Like, it needs to shine a little, because this is not just printed, this is printed in a shiny kind of ink. You see? And then I'm gonna grab this, but make it a little bit more orange. I'm almost done! Just wait a second. Just wait a second. I promise I'm almost done. I'm almost done. We give it another set of contrast shimmies, actually, just like this. And then we grab this color again, and we do this. And that makes it feel more shiny. And then we grab this color again, and we do this. And we add more variations so that it reads as shining. Okay, see, it reads a little bit as shining, right? It's not super shiny, but it's shinier. Okay, go. You can do this, you can do this, you can do this, you can finish. Okay, and what else? What else can finish it fast? Highlights in the hair. I'm gonna clean up the wings. Clean up the wings layer. Like this. I'm gonna add a little gradient to both the lines and the color of the wings. A little gradient here. Nope. A little gradient here is what I meant. No, stop. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. No one say Lena came to say hi. Lena's here? Lena, welcome. Hi, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome. How about you? Okay. There. And then I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna make it bluer. I'm gonna add at the bottom some white. All right, and now I'm gonna grab the lines of the wings. I'm gonna grab this, and I'm gonna make it a little bit darker, and I'm gonna add gradient at the bottom, and I'm gonna grab this, and I'm gonna make it a little bit lighter, and I'm gonna grab a gradient at the top, and see, just that, just adding those gradients make it look a little bit more the bug-like, right? Anyways, can I do anything else to make it like pop to life fast now? Right now? I don't think so. I think anything else would take me a little bit longer. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Look, that's gonna need light. That's gonna need color. Okay. Okay. That's fine. That's fixed. Yeah, I can really quickly do this. Really quickly. Message redacted? What kind of message did you redact? Why did you redact a message? What just happened? Blur that. Blur that. Blur this. I think that adds a little really quickly. All right. I do want it to be a different color. I do want it to be a little bit bluer. Or purpler? Yeah, I think I wanted it to be a little bit purpler. Yeah, that's so much better. That's so much better. For sure. For sure. Okay. One last thing, and then we're properly done. For sure. We're gonna do a couple of highlights in the hair, because without highlights in the hair, it feels weird. So we're gonna grab this color. Lydia, thank you so much for the other super chat. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Why are you redacting them? What is going on? Why are you redacting your super chats? What do you not want me to read? What do you not want me to read, man? Okay, we're gonna do really quick highlights here. So we grab this, we paint one big area. We do this, we connect it to this other area. We make sure the shape is kind of fine. Yeah, shape is kind of fine. Okay, now we start cutting into it. Because where the hair parts, there will be no shine. And now we grab this and we erode it at the bottom, because this is a very crude highlight, and so I want it to be a little bit more subtle. All right. And that's it. I don't have the time to do it for the rest of the hair. I just don't have the time to do it for the rest of the hair. I'm gonna move the face layer upwards so that it can be over the hair. Why are you not over the hair? Why are you not over the hair? Because it's not the face layer. What the fuck layer is it? Where the hell did I put you? Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Brrr. That's better. That's better. Okay. And this is where it's gonna have to stay, folks. This is where it's gonna have to stay. Last thing I wanna do, I keep saying that. Last thing. I want to make this less black. I want to make it a softer color, because otherwise it clashes too hard with the hair and everything. So why are you not doing anything? Okay, that's better. Okay. That's better. That's even better. That's even better. We manually have to fix this. We manually have to fix this. And we manually have to fix this. But I would would say I'm okay with this being done now. I'm okay with this being considered done now. It has a little bit of highlights in the hair. It has the eyes are finished. The wings could be better, but it's fine. The lines are colored and everything has been sort of like polished up a little bit, you know? So yeah, this is it. This is the character, guys. We did it. Woo! I did it! Actually, no, I didn't. Wait. This needs to happen as well. This needs to happen. Ooh. 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 You know, something is happening. Actually, no, I don't like that. I think I prefer this. I think that's better. Most people have just one more turn. Ellie has just one more brush stroke. It's the little details. It's the little details, you know. It is the little details. And this is where we're at. This is her. This is her who's totally not gonna have even more development of the stream before I post it on Twitter tomorrow. Totally not. This is her totally, and she's not gonna have any more shadows and things later, probably. It's amazing, and it is indeed done. It's done. It's done. Don't worry about it. If she shows up with a couple extra soft shadows, you saw nothing, okay? That we did that today here, and you just weren't paying attention. That's why you didn't notice, okay? Whenever you see her posted on social media and she has a tiny little bit more detail, we actually did that here and you forgot, okay? Are we all in agreement? Yeah, cool. Awesome. Yippee, we finished. She will definitely not have slightly larger eyelashes. She already has large enough eyelashes, I think. I don't think she needs any more eyelashes. Not for Ellie to catch up with 1 hour on chat. I don't think it's 1 hour, but I do have quite a bit to catch up, actually. So let's get to catching up. How long since I... How long? Okay. I work for a giant international bank. You won't get more serious than that. And it was still a goddamn circus on the inside. Yeah, because people are people. People are people. No matter how much you try to make it like, I don't know, perfect, people are still people with their quirks. I made Ellie admit she's an evil overlord lamia deity, and that's why I didn't want to read it the first time. What art software is that, by the way? Is that Pencil's Eye? Yes, it is. You recognized it. I am addicted to the way that the trace of the brush feels inside, and no matter how much time I try to spend on Clip Studio Paint, for example, or Krita, or whatever, no matter how much time I try to spend on those programs, the trace of the brush doesn't feel as good. That's the nice thing about the imposter syndrome. When other people make a mistake, they just make a mistake. When you make a mistake, it's you proving that you're a fraud. Exactly. Exactly. Nothing beats CSP for me. It's just that CSP is objectively like the best software I've ever tried. And I've tried many. The best software I've ever tried is for sure Clip Studio Paint. The problem is that the way the brush feels, the trace of the brush is just so, it's unparalleled inside for me. So I can't give it up. Art is looking awesome. Thank you. She's looking so pretty, so finished already. She's practically done. She's practically done. You guys saw me finish her. For sure. For real, for real. You technically should be going, but will you think of her? She still has so much to be done. Shh. Lina gonna steal our girl? No, she can't steal it because it's already hers. Because it's the TLC. Throws an ultra ball at the fairy girl. She's if you're part of the community, she's already yours. She's not a Pokemon and now she's concussed after being hit by a giant object. Oh no. Oh no. Hey Ellie, remember when you said, no, I'm definitely finishing this today, and I said that you had sealed your fate with that sentence, and you scoffed? We finished! What are you talking about? What are you talking about? She is finished. She is done. Na. She's done, so I don't know what you're talking about. I think it was Priscilla. I don't know if she settled on a last name yet. Yeah. Priscilla Caramel. Last time we voted, it's here on the file, guys. Name Priscilla Caramel, our fairy born, the only fairy born with animal ears, so she's bullied for it. That's the lore. That's what we have. That is everything we have. Ellie saying she's done while continuing reminds me of a student trying to write more answers when the teacher says pencils down. True. True. Thank you for the super chat, Elyssia. Thank you. Lena was found dead in a ditch. Sorry, that happens when you don't greet someone. Then who wrote this, huh? Who wrote that, huh? Get distracted, I'm gonna try the new delete super button. Oh, so that's what you were doing. That's what you were doing. You're over time anyway, so mission failed. No, it was about the stream. It was about the stream. Is it still visible? Ellie, can you check again the second super? Yeah. I see the super chats, but it says message retracted. The super was available to me, Elyssia, like in the in-stream chat, just redacted. But when I changed apps and came back to YouTube, the super disappeared. Oh. Interesting. Okay, let me check the other chat then as well. Let me check. If I try to check here, I wonder what happens. Oh, interesting. Okay, so... So, Lydia, the messages that you redacted, if I specifically put the YouTube chat on only super chat mode, so it only shows me super chats and not normal messages, they don't show up in there. They don't show up in there at all. So it's probable that it's like canceling the transaction before it goes through or something. Sherry Pumpkin, welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome. Hi. It seems that I can't do sneaky supas. I think it's probably just not counting. Like, I think it's probably like the transaction is probably getting canceled or something. I had hoped I could do an invisible rainbow for Ellie's birthday or anniversary. It's just that I think it wouldn't be... Like, I think it wouldn't get to me. I think it would get cancelled. Like, the transaction itself wouldn't go through. So you wouldn't be doing an invisible nothing, you know? Mama Leo said she will draw the 10-1-10 this Saturday, but she wants to draw Stitch. Okay, we will draw Stitch. Let's go! I'm up for it. Do we do it at the beginning of the stream? So that we can know exactly when it's gonna happen? Hydrating. Remember the early lesson chat, name and organize your layers. I do name and organize my layers, but when I'm doing things fast, like I was doing for the first 2 streams of this, I kind of make a lot of mistakes. Most people have just one more turn. No, I read that one. Now Ellie only has 30 minutes of chat to catch up on. I have caught up practically entirely, I think. She definitely won't have a full background and animated wings when Ellie finally posts her tomorrow or the anniversary or on the anniversary of tomorrow. I don't know how to animate yet, so at most she will have a little bit more shading. I just want to do some shading in the hair, like super light. It's not gonna be it's gonna be like another 15 minutes, 20 minutes at tops. You reading that in that exact phrasing just reconfirmed the sentence again? No, I didn't. You recommended as Krita. Yeah, and listen, I keep my opinion that Krita is the best free software. Like, if you have now no software and you want to try digital illustration for the first time, that's what I said, even the first time that I said it. I think Krita is an amazing free illustration software, and anyone who doesn't have any experience in illustration should start with Krita so that they know if they like it or not. Why do you make people bully your child? You guys came up with the lore. I would bully her too. Why? No, Priscilla, that was for surname Frinkle-Bottom. The first name was different for Caramel. Yeah, but in the second poll, we just changed the things to be like we mix and match first names and last names. Honestly, you held so many votes and revotes that the whole thing is a murky mess in my memory. You deleted your own. I missed that. All right, YouTube has not gone back to stealing super chat money that we know of. We don't know what happens to that money. The voices are back and they're telling me to swipe. Swipe what? Oh, with your credit card. Hold on. What are you doing? Are you sure you can? Do you already have too many model kits? You already have model kits that you need to assemble. I think, I'm not sure. The transaction wasn't cancelled, it's just deleting the message as if it was text. The one, by the way, I bought candy, not a good thing, I might add. At least it wasn't another model kit. Candy was probably cheaper. For when you reach this message in about an hour, Bambaleo will also be playing Jackbox! Let's fucking go! I think we start with it. I think we start with the 110-1 so that we can move into Jackbox. There was a second poll? Yes. You probably went for an hour overtime again and I was gone. I want to say an hour, but we did go for a little bit of overtime. Matthias Languide, thank you so much for... No. Welcome to the memberships. Lydia, thank you so much for this super... Not super, gifted. Guys, my brain has given up. My brain has decided it's had enough. I did go for a tiny little bit of overtime. I don't remember how much. But yeah, we definitely did 2 polls. In the second one, I like mixed and matched some things. It was being pouty about the first name. Yeah, I like Priscilla a lot. I'm sorry. I like Priscilla as a name. Also, just in case, you wanted to see if you could delete it. Is that what happened? You wanted to see if you could delete it? I don't think you can you? Because I think it makes sense that you cannot delete a membership gifted because it's like someone probably got the notification for that and it would be bad for YouTube. Message retracted. You can cancel that. Question, does YouTube notify you if your month super and membership pool so you check it later than nothing bad happened because of my experiment? What do you mean? What do you mean? YouTube notify of your month super and membership pool. I don't know what you mean. Can't wait until YouTube adds like 15 more monetization options and Ellie just thanks people for random words. Lydia getting his account flagged to satisfy his curiosity. I do think that's something that could possibly happen. I think you should be careful with doing it too much because I do see like the possibility of YouTube taking it as like bot action and like considering your account risky or at risk. It's something that I wouldn't play around too much with. Nobody wants to play Rogue Core with me, so I gotta lock in solo. Thanks for the stream. Bye bye. Goodbye. I hope that you win. Thank you for being here. and I hope that you have a good time, have fun. A way to verify that I just erased text and not make a cancellation. I can probably check. I have a few ideas of how to check that, but I'll do that after the stream. Thank you for the super glue. Okay, what if, however, what if there was a site that like coffee, where people like buy you a coffee or whatever? That's like the cute little gimmick of the donation, right? Like people gave you some money, people bought you a coffee. But what if it was something like that, but people are buying super glue, and then the animation is just someone sniffing super glue? Why do you put these ideas in my head? Officer, hot pants. Why do you put these ideas in my head? All right, there's coffee too. Yeah. Let me swap tabs. But that's a different system. That has nothing to do with YouTube. That has nothing. You have nothing to test there. You have nothing to test. It's just you let yourself there, Snake. No, it was hot pants. I'm gonna blame hot pants. I think it wasn't my fault. Okay, I don't think it was my fault. You can't blame me. You can't put it on me. Anyways, guys, I am hungry. I think I'm going to go now. This one isn't on me. You're the one aching for a whiff of the Elmers. No, I'm not. Also, I don't have Elmers. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. I don't have Elmers because that's a brand that I know of because of the internet, not because of real life. In here, we use different brands. Oh, thank you for the coffee! Thank you. Thank you for the tip. Thank you for the tip. This one isn't on me. I thought you are an Ellie. I am an Ellie. I'm an Ellie, a hungry Ellie. Hungry Ellie. Thank you for the stream. What are you going to eat? Probably just some crackers with cream cheese. Nothing more. But anyways, thank you for being here. I'm probably gonna post this girl tomorrow-ish or the weekend-ish. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you for spending the time with me. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm gonna be here for Silk Song tomorrow, which I'm excited for. And don't forget to stretch. It doesn't show the message. I thought you configured it. No, I never managed to make that happen. I should ask Lena about it. Anyways, don't forget to stretch, don't forget to drink plenty of water, try to eat nutritiously, and try to sleep 7 to 9 hours, and most important of all, be kind to yourself and to others, okay? Take care, my stage shifters! Bye bye!